Back with Barry Potoker. Why such the long face today, Barry?
We're talking about horses today, no?
We are talking about horses.
Boy, it's hot in here. It really is.
I
know people want me to leave this on, but I'm going to take it off.
No, please leave it on. Where did that come from, Barry?
Oh, it was just some prop for Halloween that I scare the kids with. It's no big deal.
People do not want to come by your house on Halloween.
No, there's a lot of horse stuff going on.
A lot of horse stuff. Heading into, we're in the 5th week here, Alabama Stakes weekend. Taking a look at Saratoga, horse racing, everything. Your insight on it, Barry.
Well, fabulous fillies. I think it's either today or tomorrow that they do where everybody wears pink. I think it might be Alabama Day. Is it
Wednesday?
It was
already
Wednesday.
Passed.
I knew that. So
you didn't wear pink.
No, I wasn't
Wednesday?
actually at the track Wednesday.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
All right.
But you know, we just had the horse sales just finished, and back in the day, before the big pavilion that's there, it was open air.
So did they do it on that site though?
They did it on that site, but it was sort of like a boxing ring, out in the middle of you know, that whole area, and they would bring the horses in and put them up on there, and there would be chairs and stuff all around. And you, as a little kid, it would be hard because you'd have to be, you know, jumping up because it wasn't really graded or anything like that. So it was quite interesting, and I think they built this pavilion back in the early '70s or something. So prior to that,
recently was redone.
Oh,
as well
I mean, and I was at the sales, both of the open yearling sales and then the New York bred sales. It was just fantastic. I mean, that place that they redid. It's just unbelievable. Terrific.
You know, I know you want to talk about the coziness of the track, but also the coziness of the horse sales. You're sitting there.
You're right there.
You can wander in, watch horses be sold for millions of dollars, and you have TV celebrities, you know, rulers of, you know,
countries, yes, sure.
And they're here in this little city in upstate New York buying horses for millions of dollars.
You know, it goes for the horse sales and it goes for the track. It's such a cozy place. You're rubbing elbows with, you know, movie stars, whether it's Bobby Flay, the chef, or it's Bill Parcells, or it's whomever is around who are running horses. They're in the paddock and whatnot, and at the sales as well. So they're all right there. I remember, you know, the Sheikh I don't think was here this year, but he has been in the past few years. He has a little bit of an entourage, but he's right there. And it's just you're right in the action with everybody. Nobody's separated. There's no caste system of any sort in terms of where you can go, what you can do. That's one of the traditions of Saratoga, and it's just one of the beauties of Saratoga as well.
And that's also true for the track. You know, the Vitamin Water founder Mike Rapoli, who has a horse. Bobby Flay obviously has horses.
He has actually a lot of horses, than Mike Rapoli.
And they're there at the track. Their horses are racing, and they're just they're in the crowd with everybody else.
Absolutely, yeah.
Definitely an interesting thing. That holds true for the city as well. If you're driving around this city, no matter if it's before the season starts or after, when horses are crossing the street or folks are out on Broadway.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, driving over here this morning, I was stopped on Union Avenue for a while because there was a bunch of horses going by. And I'm not sure how many cities actually have that. I'm not sure at Aqueduct or Belmont, some of the other tracks, where the horses actually have to cross the street to get over to where they're training or where they're running. And it's really a neat thing that you don't see very often. I know it frustrates people because they have to wait in the traffic, but it's just majestic as the horses are walking across the street without a care in the world while you're waiting, and they just look at you and on they go. Because, you know, the horses, I think of Saratoga as a bit of a respite as well. You know, they're running the circuit and whatnot, but when they get to Saratoga, I think they see the beauty in it as well.
The nice thing as well with the Oklahoma track before the start of the season, you know, I'm lucky enough as a journalist to be able to access that track, watch the horses train before the start of the season. Now we're lucky enough that it's open to the public again with a new viewing stand.
Which it was years ago when I was younger, and then it was restricted for a while after 9/11 and even before that. But now it's wide open. You can go in and watch the horses work out. Nothing better than going on a misty morning with the dew on the ground and heading over to the track to watch the horses with a nice hot cup of coffee and watch the horses train.
There's something very majestic about that.
Absolutely.
Gearing up for the Traverse weekend. It's right around the corner.
Right around the corner. Traverse should be terrific. We'll talk a little bit about the Traverse next week.
Okay.
We'll also talk about some other special stuff that I have in store for next week. So Please don't miss it.
Don't miss it. Barry Potoker. Put that mask back on, will
Okay.
you?
See y'all. May the horse be with you. That's Harvey Pack.
What is your horse name, Barry? I wonder what that would be.
That would be Mr. Barry.
Mr. Barry.
A horse is a horse, of course, of course.
Barry Potoker, I love it. These are a great way to end our week. Barry Potoker, our weekly look at Saratoga. We'll see you next week for our
Absolutely.
Travers preview. Now, to see this segment and all our segments with Barry, head to the website. It's looktvonline.com. We post them there every Friday. And stay with us. We've got the closing numbers from Wall Street. We'll see if the numbers rebounded from yesterday's sell-off. Plus, how's your weekend forecast shaping up? Meteorologist Jeremy Davis will be along with all the details.